Little Miss Sunshine is a film about life and how it is a beauty contest after another. And it's hard not to love it. Spoilers ahead. Sometimes movies can get a little preachy, and the preachier they get, the worse they usually are. This movie takes a different approach, a more real one. If you've been here for long enough, sooner or later you'll realize life isn't a perfect fairy tale. It has a tendency to suck. And I'm not talking about exceptions such as rich people or Buddhist monks. It mostly sucks, but it sure as hell is worth living. Here we have one guy who still believes the world is gonna smile back at him if he tries hard enough, an old man who knows what actually matters and what doesn't, a kid who is being edgy and is after a goal, a guy who figured out it was better to check out early, a mom who's trying to keep this whole situation under control, and finally a girl who is still learning what it means to be here and wants to win a beauty pageant. Everyone here, maybe aside from the girl, has some sort of coping mechanism to give life a chance, except Steve Carell's character. Of course. With all of his accolades and past glories, he still had to push the van to make it work. And incidentally, it's in being in this whole flawed family dynamic that he finds a reason to live. And paradoxically, it's life itself. We live for those moments, you know? That trip wouldn't have been the same if the car worked perfectly. The girl won the contest, the kid wasn't colorblind, the dad got successful, grandpa didn't die, and the uncle didn't try to die. Perfection is boring. Nobody's life is actually perfect, but the people who have near perfect lives are pretty boring. Maybe boring is your thing, and that's alright. But I guess we're in this world to get the most out of it. Unless we're a president or some notable figure, we're gonna be forgotten. Maybe even by our family, in like 100 years or less. I guess what I'm trying to say is that precisely what makes this movie great is what makes life itself great. And family is a big part of it, whatever you call family. It might be your lifelong friends or your dog. It's fine. Having someone with you willing to keep up with this crazy human experience is worth everything. That stupid and kinda creepy beauty pageant would have ended a lot worse if the entire family didn't hop onto that stage and danced with her. That's also a great aspect about this film. By the time we get there, it makes complete sense that the family would do that. We've learned enough about these people that we know they are going to do that. It doesn't feel forced or out of place. We know what kind of person the grandpa was and why that song and choreography would be like that. Everyone actually cares about each other, even if they don't make a public display of it all the time. Road trip movies are generally my kind of movie, simply because they force the narrative to go somewhere from point A to point B, and it allows for easy character introductions, and it's the perfect excuse for a lot of stuff to happen. The movie is a comedy, sure. It has some dramatic elements, but no good comedy is void of some deeper meaning. And comedy has always been, if done properly, a great vehicle for addressing hard topics. It's about growing old, getting fed up with life, body insecurities, failure. And it doesn't do it in a mockery kind of way, but in a it is what it is kind of way. The performances are absolutely fantastic. This film was very well cast. First of all, they actually look like family, which isn't as easy to come by. Each actor embodies their character perfectly. Paul Dano or Dano or however you pronounce that name, with his easy teenager persona, Steve Carell as a gay scholar, Arkin as the cool grandpa, Abigail as Olive, and Greg and Tony as the parents. The film also uses the vehicle of the whole 9 steps to be a winner thing, which rules out luck and underscores it with moments in which luck was key. Any actually successful person would tell you that luck plays a bigger role than people want to acknowledge. It was by chance that Olive got into the contest if the actual winner wasn't kicked out. Frank didn't die because he got lucky. Those lewd magazines saved the whole family from an awkward trip to the police station. The direction is beautiful. Road trip movies also allow for showing the beautiful scenery perfectly framed. Dayton and Faris are no strangers to portraying how life feels like. It's quick when it needs to be, but it doesn't shy away from the contemplative nature of a big part of the film. In terms of rewatchability, I'd say it's an easy 90%. It's really hard not to like it, and I'm sure it's the comfort movie of a lot of people. Life is messy, but that's what makes it interesting and fun. As always, thank you for watching. See you next time.